Can you relate? You're looking to create, manifest, generate things in your life, and you feel like it's not happening, or maybe you think you're a crappy manifester. I'm going to teach you a few little tools today that you can use to really look and focus on what you're creating, how you can get there a lot quicker, because that's what 2025 is about. And we'll do a teaching as well. If you like these videos, go to tracylclark.com. In the free membership, there's a lot more of them, or you can watch on YouTube. Yes, I haven't been there as much. However, I'm slowly getting there. It takes a long time to do content. You guys know this. 2025 is about really creating and manifesting through the chaos. This is where you're going to be able to implement the tools that I know I've taught you over and over, and things you already know that you can take to a new level. So often people say, well, I didn't get this or I didn't get that. You have certain things on your list maybe that you want to create. If you really go back and look at the things you've been asking for, you probably noticed you got a version of them, or you got what you were asking for. Some things you got to remember. What are the two tools we teach? Not on your time and not the way you expect. However, what people tend to do is look for the big win first. They're looking to win the lottery or to buy that dream home. But what you forget is that manifesting and creating is a process that goes over time. You uncouple something in your life. You get rid of something, people, places, or things that don't work for you. Then you open up the energy to bring in something new, which I call our stepping stones. One of the teachings I did in the Bright Side Academy was I was teaching them about this technique. And what I would say is I looked back when I first left my marriage and my last $1,000 in the bank. I took a job I didn't want to take, but I had a list of big dreams and little dreams that I wanted. Big dreams was owning my own business again, like I do now. Big dreams was moving across the country, which I did in time. But what happened when I took that opportunity, it was nothing what I wanted to do. I was helping somebody out in their private airline business. And what that did was led me to a whole new group of people that helped me every step of the way to get to where I want to go. Now, what you need to do, though, is let's go back to basics. So here's tip one. Every day, be grateful and thankful for all the little wins, the miracles. So did you get a discount at the store today? Thank you, God, I'm grateful for that discount. You created that discount. Was the drive you had easy? We're going to do another tool for this. Thank you, God, my drive was easy and effortless today. You need to notice the little wins. Did somebody compliment you? Do you have a job that you like? It may not be the dream job, but thank you, God, I have a job that I'm getting out of bed every day. I used to not find anything I was grateful for when I was really looking at this. I get out of bed and I'm like, thank you, God, I got out of bed today. Because if you know my story, you know I didn't get out of bed. A lot of times I was very depressed and very sick and very ill. So thank you, God, I'm getting out of bed today. Your world is a creation of you. It's easy to blame the outside world, and that's something you guys have heard over and over. Okay, so what are the things you want to do, the tools you want to start to use, which are basic? First, align yourself to your day. Thank you, God, I align me. So see what I'm doing. Me, and what is the thing you're aligning to? So is it the drive, the traffic, the ride? The more you do this, I will tell you, it'll get easier. Now, thank you, God, I'm just aligning myself to my commute into town. And naturally, your angels, guys, whatever, they're going to line the traffic up for you. If it gets where you're in traffic for a long time or something, you might get an opportunity where all of a sudden you can go to work at a different time, or maybe there's an accident that you were saved from. You got to look at what's good about this I'm not getting. I say this a lot. If there's something in your life that's struggling, what's good about this I'm not getting? You want to align to what that bigger goal is. So maybe it's maybe there's a home you want to buy. Maybe you want to move. Like I'm always looking at moving. You guys know that, and it's on the radar again, right? So it's like, okay, I want to align for this move, for the highest and best interest. So, me and my family, us, to where we want to go there. If it's a conflict or an issue you have with someone, align you to maybe your work colleagues, your friends, your family. Put the energy in alignment, you to them to you. Collapse the interference energy, thank you, God, and pull it out. What are we doing? We're pulling the energy out. We're transmuting it. So we never release it. Like I said before in the video, we're transmuting the energy and we're speaking in. So, right, what I do is I teach us override. If you're joining me next week, you'll see that. It's like override. We're speaking in, so we're overriding the old energy, and we're speaking in the truth to come out. Now, a lot of times when you're creating and manifesting, you want to speak the truth to come out. Because what will happen is your old belief systems up here and patterns keep you stuck from seeing the truth. Oh, they're a good person. Oh, they didn't mean it. Oh, whatever. No, that's their character. They show you it. That's what it is. Can someone change? Yes, but they have to be willing to change. So you want to align to see the truth about a situation. Thank you, God. Show me the truth about this. You will get feedback. Someone will say something. You'll hear something. You'll feel something. And then that energy opens up to allow you to create more. So one of the other things you can do when you're creating and manifesting something is when you're looking at it. It's like you've heard people say you want to embody the energy, you want to bring the energy, you want to feel the energy for sure. But there's a secret there that they forget to tell you, is you have to move things out that are blocking it. So if you're bringing in and you're like, oh, thank you for the new wealth opportunities that show up in my life every day. And you're like, oh, okay, maybe you won $10 million in the lottery. Maybe you won $1 million somewhere. The lottery of life can come from all sorts of avenues, right? And you're feeling it. You're like, this is what my life's like. Now, but if you look at your life today, and are you taking the opportunities to get there? Did you buy a lottery ticket? You got to buy one to even try, right? Did you get new financial opportunities that you kiboshed? Did you forget to study and learn? So while we're creating, it's about you clearing out space from the old, clear out the old people, places, and things, opening space to bring in the new. And what's the gap? The uncomfortable place. So when you look back, and I said this to someone recently, they were like, nothing's good in my life. And I said, well, wait a minute. You didn't have a job. Now you have ample opportunity, multiple jobs, and opportunity with really good income. Okay, but I didn't get this. So I'm like, okay, you wanted to make a new relationship change. You did it. Okay, but I didn't get this. So see, when you're looking at what you didn't get, you're going to constantly get it. And when you start to manifest and create your desires, it's not uncommon to be alone during that period because you're letting go of the old so you can bring in new. Again, it's like cleaning out your closet. So the key is to be focused on the little things every day and say, oh my gosh, I got that deal today. Thank you, God, I created that. Or somebody the other day said they wanted to drive home, and they said, thank you, Spirit, show me, I think it was a license plate with 3 numbers. One, they hadn't seen one all day, drove right in front of them, got the answer, and it turned out to be, they followed their intuition, and guess what? It turned out to be the right thing because they avoided a snowstorm. Okay, so see, you ask, you get. So the other thing with creating your life and manifesting that they don't tell you about, if you are not asking and wondering, you will not be creating. So if everything out of your mouth is negative or rude or filled with it and some sort of addiction, you can be addicted to negative emotions, drinking, smoking, booze, whatever, I don't know, thoughts, you can be addicted to love, you can be addicted to food. You want to look at when you're releasing those things, they create blocks in your life. So are you asking? That's the final thing I want you to learn is, are you asking, thank you, God, show me this. I'm so grateful this is in my life. Thank you, God, show me what next I need to do. I want you to give me some time so I can observe ABC. I don't know what it is for you, so I'm just giving you the language because your words are powerful. Thank you, God, that love of my life has come into my life. Like, I have an amazing partner in my life, and him and I are very in sync. And he's exactly the things that I've been asking for years. Did it show up right away? No. Were there learnings and things I was letting go of? Yes. But when I finally found that a lot of those traits were there, nothing's ever perfect. You got to keep working through different things, but it's pretty perfect that way. So it's like, okay, so what are you asking for? What are you willing to accept and not accept? So every day say, thank you, God, what am I asking for today? Ask. Spirit, show me this. Spirit, I'm going today, open up the road. I want you to put me on the path now to bring me ABC. Maybe you want to be a speaker. Maybe there's a company you want to speak for. Maybe you want to be a coach. Maybe you want a new job. Find the kind of qualities in a company you want and say, thank you, God, I'm so grateful I get to work for this company. And you'll be surprised on how that energy will come back to you. So it's a dialogue with spirit. So look at spirit as your best friend. You're telling them everything and you're saying to spirit, this is my desires. Now, it's really good to do this exercise before you go to bed, yes, and before you get out of bed. So what you do is you put your hand on your heart. I invoke the Christ of light within 3 times to just allow that energy to move. So I invoke the Christ of light within, invoke the Christ of light within. You can do it with your partner too, invoke the Christ of light within. So I always do it with both of us. And then it's like, thank you, God. And I get into the energy of how the things I want to unfold in my life. And then they start to unfold. But again, just because maybe you're not in that dream house you wanted right now, maybe you moved from this place to this place to this place and be like, oh my God, I'm on my path to that home. That home is there waiting for me and I'm on my path to that home. This is just my stopping. And you do that with your career, you do that with your money. And when I'm teaching, so we were talking about the energy of greed this week with the Brightside Academy. And the reason people don't activate certain buy, sell targets when they're dealing with money is because there's a greed factor, which I'm going to talk about again shortly. So if you're going to join me this week for the 6-week class, we're going to talk about the greed factor, intuition, God, and creation. Because 2025, and your health, of course, 2025 is all about making sure you're staying on path. You are not distracted. How many times did you went through holidays, your family, your friends, people took you off path, and they're there to take you off path, to ask you what it's teaching you when you get off path is, are you important enough? I said this the other day in a video. You're either important or you're not. You're a priority or not to yourself. Did you allow friends or family, people do it all the time, to take you off path? And if you did, that spirit watching you to say, how quickly did you get off path, back on path? Did you use your tools? Are you talking with the universe? Or are you just letting it go like a dog being led by a leash? Because that's that energy, which I'm going to talk about more in the 6-week class, is all about control. It's about comfort, and it will destroy your life and make you sick. So you really got to be discerning about 2025, who's in your life, why you let them in your life, and are they contributing, uplifting, or are they pulling you down? So I know personally I have a rule. If people have behaviors that they show me more than 3 times, I'll give people grace. But if you're not working together as a collective to lift each other up, there's a positioning energy. I'm out. And that's not saying that they can't be that way. People, you have to allow them to have choice. But you also need to let them have choice. They're allowed to be on their path, and you can agree or not agree, it doesn't matter. You just stay on your path and love them from a distance, or however that is for you. Love them, let them go kind of thing, right? And that energy, if you can work to get into that energy, you will become a manifesting machine. Because 2025, if you stay tuned, is going to go up and down energetically. And we're going to see some things that we've never seen before. As the governments get ripped down, the countries change, their narrative changes, the financial system gets ripped down, and it'll be pretty wild. That's the reason we're doing that course now. Why? The inauguration's coming. Hold on tight. They're already talking about sinking the stock market. Question is, will they do it? I don't know. They should have done it years ago, but we're in a pretty big mess because they didn't. So we're changing course and direction. So do you have the right tools in your toolbox to align, create, manifest, and take hold of all the opportunities that are being seen for you now? All right. I love you guys. You can watch this again in your free membership and Brightside Academy, Soulful Money. I will see you tomorrow. And everybody else, I hope to see you Wednesday the 15th in the 6-week online course to help you understand more tools. Have a great day, guys.